There are some Percys lining up some shots. A couple of them miss. Overcharge doesn't kill one of the Percys out, but again, Nano Cube Noob is suffering a ton of hit points. Those bombers need to come after those Percys, or it's not going to be a good day. One more shot. Oh, one shot misses. Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today, I have a 6v6 custom matcher on the most amazing Neuroxis map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players, starting off with Team 1 here in the Northeast, ending with Team 2 in the Southwest. Starting off with Team 1's backline player of Gutsy Heart. He is in Pac-Man Yellow, going Seraphim, going first land. He is the man responsible for the colorization of the names on the scoreboard. And again, he is going as a Seraphim, as a 1500 to his with an Amethyst Purple. We have Luca going first land as another Seraphim. He is a 2000 rated, the highest rank on Team 1 and in the game overall. And he is going first land. Moving on with the Western players, we have Ramper going first land as a Cybran. He is a 1200 in Stitch Blue, and he is going first land. The other blue player on Team 1, it is Alex with 3 X's going first land as a UEF. He is an 1100 in Royal Blue. In Rust, we have Bodo in the Lie going first land as a Cybran. He is a 1300 going first land. And last but not least for Team 1, the other Seraphim on his team. He is Nanocube Noob going first land. He is in Regal Purple as a 1300. So for Team 1 side of the map, they have 3 Seraphim, 2 Cybrans, and 1 UEF, which means no Aeon for Team 1. Starting up with Team 2's backline player of Wuka in Chevy Crimson, going first land as a Cybran. He is a 1500. Going northward in Stitch Blue, we have Fur going first land as the one and only Aeon in the entire game. He is a 1600, the highest rank on Team 2, and again in Snow White. To the north, we have in not Tropical Ocean Blue, but Light Oak Tan, we have the 1300 of Shalongus going first land as a Cybran. In Emerald Green here in the middle is Bilbo Swaggins going first land, second land, third land. He is in Emerald Green, the man responsible for the customization of the names on Team 2 on the scoreboard. And again, he is a 1200. In Imperial Gray here in the middle is Laura Mipsum going first and second land as a UEF. He is a 1300. And last but not least, in the east, already on the move here, we have Pepe's going probably first land, I would imagine. Yeah, first land, second land as well in Orange, the color orange, third land as well. And he is a 1400. So for Team 2 side of the map, they have 3 Cybrans, 1, 2 UEF, and 1 Aeon, which means they have access to, they do not have access to Seraphim Tech. Let's take a look at the recon before our players scoop it all up. For 12 players on the map, we have 2,820. I was very excited for a lot more than that. That means a little over 200 mass per player, which is not really a whole lot. So hopefully our players will be able to scoop up mass point locations, and they are starting to do that here at 3 minutes. Currently on Team 2 side of the map, there are 1, 2, 3 quad max positions, and 1 Trimax position here in the middle. There's a decent amount of mass points to claim. Not really a lot in the middle, I would say, besides the northwestern corner with these 4 mexes and then these 4 mexes down here. And really, this northwest corner has a lot of mass, and it's going to be a 1v1 scenario here between Ramper and Sholongdis. We do see units outbound here for Bilbo Baggins to kind of just take out some early engineers, and it does look like some light assault bots coming out from Ramper as well, doing the exact same thing that his opponent is doing, which means those will just be a moot point. There is 1 engineer that could be taken out. I don't think those scouts see them, however. It looks like it is shaping up to be a 1v1 scenario here in the southeastern corner between Nanocube Noob and Pepe's. There's a little bit of water here on this map for somebody to hide in, but we do see a couple of scouts down here. Nice little squad of little Selens just hanging out down here, waiting for some orders to go after engineers. And it does look like there's some Russian. I keep forgetting every time I do a cast and I see Russian, I'm like, oh, I should set up that Google Translate thing, and I still haven't done that. I do need to do that. And we do see in the northwest, we see the gun upgrade starting here for both Shalongdis and here for Bilbo. And they're going to progress very nicely here on this side of the map. Team 1 hasn't done any upgrades as of yet, but we should see upgrades started for somebody at some point. They're starting to get into, of course, that upgrade stage where people just sit and they wait for their upgrades to finish off. It does look like Team 2's Bilbo Swaggins, excuse me. I mean, it'd be nice if Furfur would help him with that upgrade, but he's busy going somewhere, going for that nice little rock here. A couple of 150s, definitely worth at least a walk over there. Looks like it's 2v2 here in the northwest lane, 1v1 here on the mid-east lane, and then the southeast it's 1v1. With the air players staying relatively in their bases, they're kind of moving around a little bit, at least Team 2's Wuka is. Gun damage range has been started here for Alex in the middle. He might get some assistance from Luker, but if he does end up ordering his command unit to do that. Yep, he will, so it'll progress pretty quickly. Team 2's will not finish before Team 1's, but that shouldn't be a huge issue with Team 2's upgrade starting a little bit sooner than Team 1's. We do see the first upgrade of the day will finish for Shalongdis in the northwestern corner. It's a really fun name to say, Shalongdis. I don't know why, it's really fun to say. We do see not really a lot of action here between these players in the southeast or in the middle east. There's a large group of units built up here for Team 2's Lorem Ipsum. He probably autofilled his name, which is probably why it is Lorem Ipsum. I don't know. I don't know why his name is that. Maybe he just likes Lorem Ipsum. But it's the Latin just block of text. We just need to slap text under whatever the case may be. That's the start of that text block. Gun speed and range is not done yet here for Bilbo, but his Team 1 opponent of Alex is done. We do see a lot of interceptors here flying around the middle of the map. Furfur is going to be like, I need to probably get out of there. Interceptors here for Team 2's air player of Wuka coming in to assist. Looking like it's pretty much Team 2's side of the air control for now. And again, there are interceptors, so it's not a huge loss if one player gets a little bit more than the other. The main concern, of course, is getting to T3 and getting in ASFs sooner than your opponent. Don't kill or Luca will have 2 base, says Furfur. And we see Bury the Light. Looks like he's going to be on the move here. And that is a smart move out from Furfur. I will point that out. He says, look, don't do that or a higher ranked player will get a base. Definitely a huge thing to point out. But Team 1's Luker drops in a couple of Zooey to go off this base against Team 2's Shalongdis. There are a couple of Mantis trying to chase those down. But this is great. 1, 2, 3, 4 Mechs points are taken out. At least a T2, I would assume, at a minimum. Looks like all the master skill for these two. That looks like a T2 wreck. And there's T1 Mechs getting upgraded as of right now. Those will not be completed. And the attack in the middle will start here for Lucas Commander, trying to body block here for Alex. Alex has that gun upgrade, but Lucas pushing pretty far forward. The gun combo of Bilbo getting some nice damage into Lucas Commander, dropping him into the middle yellows. With Alex, he's back up in the green, but we have to, of course, watch out here for the northwest, where we have Rampart versus Shalongdis. Both are in the yellow, but one has a gun upgrade, one does not. And Rampart's forces are not nearby. It gives Shalongdis a nice little advantage here. We'll get some nice efficiency and try to get up to 1 star. Speed is going to be started here for Furfur. He should go for range, especially in this scenario, but at least he'll go for an upgrade at a minimum. And Team 2's Lorem Ipsum will claim this Trimax position. Bury the Light, trying to do what he can to knock him out. But maybe even back, don't kill, says Pepe. Still, even Pepe's making the comment here in chat saying, do not kill him. I won't chill, says Lorem Ipsum. He's bloodthirsty. He wants that kill. And I don't blame him, but I do understand, of course, his teammates' hesitation in doing that, because if you do kill a player off, 90% of the time it's usually either partial or full share. And that just means that another player on Team 1 gets a base, and having it be in Lucas' hands probably isn't the best idea, because, of course, he is a 2000 rated, and he has a lot of skill in the game. And he can do a lot with those 2 bases. Nano Repair started here for Nanocube. He has gun. Buru in the lie is in his way to getting his gun upgrade. Speed now started here for Furfur. I think Furfur getting pinged saying, hey, either need some assistance, whatever the case may be. But Alex getting shot up by some Mantis, and neither team really, they tried a full commit from Team 1. That didn't really work out, so they had to retreat. There's some PD creeping going on here from Team 1's Alex. He wants to, of course, claim the middle and deny 1 mech so far. better than none, but it's not really a lot to fight over here in that middle section. But Team 1's Rampir has been shoved off from his position. He'll probably fortify in this nice little narrow neck of the map here, put a bunch of tickle cannons, and force Team 2 to come into a kill box. At least that's what I would do. But we'll see if so long this just continues to press the issue. Looks like he might. He's trying to chase out Rampir. But we'll see if Team 2 offers that same advice to him, saying don't kill him, just force him back. And it does look like Team 2's Lorem Ipsum has retreated in the face of a couple of some T2 tanks, or just fallen back in general, and just to protect himself from some snipe potentiality. 10 minutes on the clock. Team 1 almost at T3. Air Tech. Team 2 not the way there. Actually behind what Team 1's player of Gutsy Heart is doing. Team 2 also has a second player in the air. Hits almost at T3. That is Furfur. It looks like Team 2 going for dual air players. And Team 1 does have another player at T2 for Luker, but he's just sitting at T2 for now building some gunships. It does get spotted by Team 2, so we'll see if those are effective or not. Help please, says Rampir, but he's not going to get any help anytime soon. If this northern side falls, we could see at least one player, most likely Luker, rotate to come assist him. He might even go do that now, since Team 2 isn't really pressing the issue over here. In the southeast, we do have more combat. It is Nano Cube Noob versus Pepe's. Pepe spamming out some T1 and T2 PD to defend his base. Nano has gun, nano, and regen ore. I don't think it's the advanced regen. I don't think so. Even if it was, these are only T1 units, so it's not a huge... Does look like it is just the first one, so not a huge amount of regen ore. But again, it's better than nothing. And he will be forced back. All of his units are dead and gone. Pepe's does have T2, so he's going for, again, the fire basing front line UEF move, which is very, very typical for UEF players. We do see Alex, again, still pressing the issue. But now missile launchers launching in from Bilbo Swaggin's units. They are Vipers, so even if you shoot a missile, they can split off and still do damage. Very, very annoying, those cyber missiles. But again, in the north, we do see, again, Team 1 going to try to force Team 2's player of Schlongdis in this little kill box, or kill circle, at least that's what I do. There we go. It's a cube. We see those gunships are inbound, or at least they're starting to be inbound. Does Team 2 have some AA? No, they do not. There are some gunships inbound. Does Team 2 have some response to that? They have some swift winds. That could be enough. It does look like they're going to go after the PD first. So long this is going to be targeted. Nice little spy plane over the top here for Team 1's Gutsy. Bombers inbound to assist in measures, and they really don't know where they were going with that, but they overshot their target or something. There was one little AA gun in there, but Shalong is taking huge amounts of fire from those nice Voltus. Voltus are really, really a good gunship. We do see Luca coming in to assist, as I did predict, but there are some Griffins inbound. They're going to take out that air superiority fighter. They need to go after those gunships. They're not going to get a whole lot of damage done. T1AA trying to be built by Shalongus, but this might be the first kill of the game here against Team 2 by Team 1. There he goes. Gets a rank eventually, but it won't matter. Gunships are done and dusted, but that is definitely a trade here. Rampir saying, well played to allies. Thanks for the help. And that does look like Luca again will assist and try to take over this northwestern corner with the assistance of course, Rampir. This gives Team 1 a nice attack vector on this northwestern side. But now it's given dual base here to Team 2's highest rated player of Furfur. He's at T3 air. His teammate of Wuka also at T3 air, so we could see a lot of ASFs pump very, very quickly. Again, the thing that Team 2 warned Lorem Ipsum from doing is exactly what happened here for Team 1. It will slow down a lot of momentum here for Team 2 on this western side, but honestly, I think it's not a huge issue. We have, again, the same situation. Nice little kill box down here. I wouldn't be surprised if Team 2 at least falls back in general to that position and just allows Team 1 to spend their time trying to claim a couple of T1 mexes and maybe upgrade to T2. But it's going to take a little bit for that. 2 T2 facilities. That's not... you have 2 comms and a bunch of T1 units. They're not going to pump out any units. It's not worth the... Again, yeah, 2 comms, exactly. It's not worth the mass. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to feed them veterancy. We do see, again, just Region Ore now started here for Nanocube. Again, going to get very bulky on that Seraphim Commander. And how is the southwestern section in terms of the air grid? Does look like just one facility. One facility here for Team 2. Team 1 going to start with another facility here for Gutsy. We see T3 started. No. Looks like Engineer is going to be brought over to assist with that reclaim / expansion efforts here for Luker. And it does look like those units are inbound here from Team 1's Rampira to try to, again, singe at Team 2's Eco. But with Furfur at 118 on dual base, I mean, essentially what that means is Team 2's other player, Pepes, has really been ecoing it out. I mean, he's been firebasing for a while now and just kind of hanging out. But don't blame him. I mean, it's very easy to tell that he's at that high of a eco. Team 1's air player is actually the highest eco generating here for his team at almost 150. Getting all of his T2 mechs ringed. Nice little group of T2 units here for Bury the Light. He has Nano and Gun, and also Stealth built in, of course, because you have to build Stealth to get to Nano. Has some Rhinos as well, and missile launchers forcing these units here from Team 2, but he has some Titans on board. Lorem Ipsum does. I wouldn't be surprised to see some Perseus here pretty shortly. Perseus, of course, the far superior unit. In most cases, there is a use case for building more Titans against some T1/T2. If it's Ilshis, Perseus all day. I don't care. I know Titans will beat them out in damage, but I just like the one shot or two. I think it's 2 shots. Maybe it's 1 shot. Can't remember. Maybe we'll see that. But in the northwest, what was this? Hold on. What happened here? Luca was defeated by Wuka. Let's see. Looks like that's a bomber. That's a bomber. That's a bomber. Looks like it was a snipe attempt outbound from Team 2's air player of Wuka, dropping this game to a 5v5. Did not see that coming. At least, no, obviously, because I had to pause it, but it does look like that was a bomb. Will we see any bomber attack? I don't see any bombers inbound. It wasn't Pigeon related. It wasn't Team 1 units related. Wasn't anything of the sort. Yeah, these are definitely Rex for bombers. So Team 2 kills off the highest ranked player on Team 1. Team 1's player of, let's see, what would that be? That'd be Gutsy inherits Luker's base. He had T2 air. He's going for T3, so we'll have 2 T3 air facility headquarters. He doesn't need to. It's nice to have a backup, but he doesn't need it. It does look like, I mean, I guess he just control K that facility. But T1 units and a couple of T2 trying to force back Rampire. He, again, has gun and stealth. He doesn't really have much anything else on board. There's not really a lot to kill him off. There's enough to just singe him and force him backward a little bit, but not a whole lot. Upgrade, please, says Lorem. Upgraded T3, I think is what he's talking about, due to the fact that, I mean, Burr in the light can go up to not T3, but go to cloaking and hide. That would really throw off Team 2 on this southeastern side, so that's probably what he's worried about, which in that case, I don't blame him. Only T2 wouldn't suck that much against ACUs. It depends. T2 Ilshis, really good. T2 Hoplites, don't have enough health. It's like saying I'm going to throw Mongoose right in front of a comm. It's the same thing. You don't throw a unit who has better range and lower hit points against a comm who can do a decent amount of damage pretty quickly. It's just not the best idea. Luka, you have air. Yes, he does have the higher numbers, but now of course the air player has a decent amount of resources here for Team 1, almost at 300. Almost double than what any player on Team 2 is producing. We have a little bit more. It says, so long as they do for the time being, but I can see Team 1's Gutsy spamming a lot out very, very quickly. He's getting his air grid nice and plump. He's going to expand pretty soon over here. He's building a bunch of engineers probably to do so. We could see an early chicken out from Team 1. We could see a monkey as well. I mean, there's a lot of Cybern players in the game, so I wouldn't be surprised to see at least one monkey at some point. Is Team 2 producing anything of note? Just the air grid. Like a lot of Team 1, a couple of T2, shield. No, I don't see a monkey yet. We should see one again pretty soon, or at least a chicken, either or. Missile launchers, now going to be the name of the game here for Nanocube. Noob. We see against Pepe says a bunch of some TMD. One missile did get through, but he's going to build some artillery to force back the missile launchers and that fire base here for Team 1's NanoCube. But it's very much just not a lot of effort. There's that one attack outbound, but that's really it. Not really a lot of like high concentrated octane action in that southeastern corner. We do see some T3 artillery being produced here by Burr in the light, and a couple of Titans getting singed by some Cerberus. But there are some Titans going after those T1 engineers, which are just going to not feel good here pretty soon. And all that build power will just go up in smoke. Engineers going to try to reclaim. Yep. Oh, doesn't look like... Oh, if the Titans don't move... Oh, I think one Titan will die to engineer reclaim. Let's see if they do. I know I'm distracted focusing on this. The Titans do move once again. No, it doesn't look like they are going to. There is a T3 off them nearby. Will the Titans get the T2 mechs? No, they won't. Oh, 60 hit points. Almost 60 max. 60 hit points. That's got to hurt. Almost there. One T1 bomber would be enough. We do see some whalers inbound here from Team 2's Wuka, and some missile launchers launching from some spearheads from Lorem Ipsum going after some T2 mexes. One missile obviously will be enough. ASF fight over the top here. Those whalers coming in with some AA on board, and those whalers going after NanoCube. He's going to produce some T2 flak here pretty shortly. The shield is gone down. Oh, you should have just stayed for that T2 shield emitter. Oh, I mean, that would have been nice, but all of the ASF have come in from Team 1's Bury the Light. Not Bury the Light, it's like Gutsy Heart, and have taken out all of those whalers. ASF's now coming in to assist once again, but it's... Team 1 has air control, and by air control, I mean they have about 10 or so ASF more than their opponents. This is 13, 14. 19 here for Team 1, and Team 2's Wuka has... 6 plus 7. Wait, no, what's that? What? Yeah, 7. Okay. But we see in the west an attack outbound here from Team 1's. Let's see, what is that? That is Alex. Moving in with a couple of his strikers and a couple of those Riptides, those amphibious tanks. They are nice because they can float, but I mean, on this map, you don't really need to worry about that. A couple of tickle cannons are online. They are doing a decent amount of damage. T3 engineers are the target here for those Riptides, taking out some build power, which is, always nice to do. But with a whaler nearby, those units aren't going to get a lot of work done, unfortunately, here for him. And we do see in the Middle East here a bunch of artillery forcing back this line of units, actually just ripping them to shreds here. Team 2 needs to move those, or they're going to die very unceremonious deaths. We do see in the southeast an attack outbound once again from NanoCube Nuke. He's actually retreated. Actually, no, he's right here. He's standing in front of all those units. But all those units here for him have died. He does have a couple of Othams inbound, but there's a lot of PD opening up here from Pepe's. I mean, and that advanced regen does do a lot, but doesn't do as much as he probably is hoping for, at least in this scenario. Artillery is raining in, doing some nice damage. The shield capacity is down. Now all those artillery and PD will fire onto the comm. Pepe's gets pinged. A bomber comes in here from Team 1. 2 of them, in fact, going for Pepe's commander. And NanoCube is now going to try to dodge some of those shots outbound from Triads. Missiles as well. Coming out, Pepe's going to build a nice T2 shield once again. But there are some Percy's inbound. NanoCube needs to move out of the way, or he is going to die. He fell into the yellow. More bombs inbound. ASF's coming. I think they took out at least one of the bombers. But those ASFs here from Team 1 keeping the skies clear for those bombers to run in once again. Bombers are going to have to flee for the time being. It does look like Pepper's space is beyond saving. There are some Percys lining up some shots. A couple of them miss. Overcharge doesn't kill one of the Percys out. But again, NanoCube Noob is suffering a ton of hit points. Those bombers need to come after those Percys, or it's not going to be a good day. One more shot. One shot misses. One more shot will kill him. One more shot. Othams get in. Dodges once again. Will he make it out of the way, or will he? One more shot. There it is. That sniper shot from that Percy gets a kill on Team 1's NanoCube Noob's commander. And Pepe's will be fine. He's at 2,000 hit points, but a nice little AA placement saves him. And now it's a 4v5 in terms and in favor of Team 2. Let's take a look at the mass income and the situation overall. Team 1 at 1.2k, 1.1, so we'll say 1.2 versus about 1,000 for Team 2. So 200 plus mass advantage generation for Team 1. Team 1, of course, has 4 players left. Team 2 at 5 players left. I'd say about the map control, I'd say it's about 50-50. It's very fluid in the northwest and the southeast, which attacks back and forth. But essentially, it's about 50-50 with a little bit of outcropping for Team 1's Alex and a little bit of outcropping for Team 2's Furfur. Well, let me know down in the comments who you think is going to win this game. Please, if you haven't done so already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, share this video with anyone, everyone, and especially your pets. And let me know how you felt about that dancing moves here from Nanocube. He almost got out of dodge. He just needed to get back behind the shield. He would have been fine, but that one shot from that Percy, he was regenerating a lot though, so I mean, it was very dicey. The risk was definitely calculated, but a little bit less on those odds here for Team 1's Nanocube Noob. We do see Percy's, actually, excuse me, bricks lining up here for Burr in the lie. We do see some Ravagers being built here for Lorem Ipsum to force those bricks back. Any of the T3 bots besides bricks I can name, apparently. These get pinged here by Team 1's Nanocube, I would assume, just to say, hey, there's stuff over here. We do see a monkey online here for Burr in the lie. Is Team 2 producing their own experimental? Let's see, no. Except this one over here and this one over here. So on the west side they are, but on the east side they are not. Bombers, I heard them drop bombs. I don't know where they went. Percy's, those 2 that did survive that encounter over there hanging out. Oh, I see their shadows. There they are coming back onto screen. Looks like they went after a transport, it looks like. But the transport did drop off some Percys. They're taking some shots from the skies. And those Percy's going to get a nice T3 mechs killed off. Looks like everything transferred over to Gutsy from Burr in the line. That's a lot of... oh, hold on. Hold on. Everything that Burr in the line owned is now under control of Gutsy. Looks like Burr in the line might thinking about leaving the game. Or looks like he might die here. So he's just going to hand everything over to the player that's going to get it anyways. But that's I mean, that comm has nano and gun, and he's at 3-star veterancy, almost a 4, so he has a decent amount of hit points to his name. Percy's line in the shop, taking a ton of damage from that main experimental lineup here for that Monkey Lord. But it's throwing a lot of fire, allowing the bricks to come in and get into range of the PD. And there's still a couple of Percys underneath that shield coverage. Probably should have kept that Percy underneath shield coverage, to be fair. More reinforcements coming in all the time here for both teams. Actually, everything under the control of Gutsy except for that comm. And I don't know. I mean, the Bunker Lord's almost dead. Take it home and control Kit and then scoop up the mass is what I would probably do in that scenario. I don't know. It's definitely one of those situations where you gotta see if. Oh yeah, everything transferred back over. So yeah, maybe Buried the Light thinking he might have died there, but. Doesn't. We do see in the north another attack outbound from Team 2 going after Rampere. He's in the yellow, sub 6,000 hit points, lots of bricks and a couple of some rhinos in there, but a lot of T2 AA to protect against any sort of gunships that might come and annoy them. Those tickle cannons are coming offline very, very quickly here for Rampere. He has really not a lot of defenses here. Getting nice overcharges into those rhinos. Probably should focus on the bricks a little bit more. But those rhino, a couple of those rhinos actually 2-star. Nice overcharge, takes out one of the bricks and a couple of the hit points off of that secondary brick. Rhinos are now in range. The overcharge comes in once again. He's fallen, but there is a Whaler coming on station here for him. That will definitely assist with dealing with those units. We're approaching the 30-minute stage of the game. We should see some efforts to win it at this point. Might be a artillery coming online here for Team 1. Outbound from Burr. We do see the Awasa bomber started here for Team 1. That could be huge, as well as just expanding out that air grid once again. I don't see much of anything else. No Fat Boys coming online here for Team 1's UBF player. One Fat Boy coming online here for Pepe's. Looks like similar situation down here. Going to build an artillery piece or something down here at a minimum. And Peppers does have shield to protect his commander. Don't blame him after that last encounter with a couple of bombers. We have a crab coming online here for Team 2's Furfur. His teammate Bilbo receiving some fire from some artillery, and that firebase looking nice and defensible. It's just T2 artillery, couple of T3, couple being 1 and 2, and then some Team D back here and a bunch of Percy. So Team 2 isn't going to break that lines anytime. Also due to the fact that this base doesn't have shields online, doesn't also help. So they're protecting some T1, T2, and T3 mechs. Is one of them already offline. Looks like more artillery is going to be built, but there is a monkey. The second one is almost done. I would probably wait for this monkey. Wait with this monkey for the other monkey to send both of them at the same time. Team 1 doesn't have an experimental. So sending one in to mostly die, not really the best scenario. Counterattack going for that monkey, it looks like. Those tickle cannons still can't do a whole lot just because they're not designed for that. But bombs over the top here from Gutsy to deal with a couple of those Percys. Deals with almost all of them. Nice spreading out of those bombs. Great move by those bombers for spreading them out and getting some nice AoE splash damage. But the southeastern corner is now being conquered by Pepe's. But he has a issue again with that Monkey Lord. If a couple of Percys come into range, that's it for that Monkey Lord. So should be very careful how close that bot gets to those Percys. Barry in the line does have, of course, 5-star efficiency, gun, and nano. Pretty bulky at 20,000 hit points, but needs to be careful. We saw the even bulkier commander Nano get killed off by Percy, so definitely gonna have to watch out. But there is gunships inbound here against Barry in the lie. I cannot say that right. And he just control K's anyways. He's like, nope, not getting you the kill. See you, bye. That is, yep, there's that. Will the ASF engage? The ASF looks like they, one gets a little bit of some flack. They will not engage. Now it is a 3v5 in favor of Team 2. Team 1's experimental bomber coming online. It's in the green, so it'll be online shortly. And is there an artillery piece? Nope, not as of yet. Is there going to be artillery? Nope, not as of yet. I don't see an artillery soon, but there is an attack outbound in the Middle East from Lorem Ipsum going after the rest of this base that was once owned by Burr in the lie. That Monkey Lord has retreated. It's long. The cannon on those things are pretty long, pretty long range. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but again, something is better than nothing. That often gets annihilated by those Percys. And now it's T2 Mexes and mass storages are going down. Couple of shots from those Percys will be enough. Percys line up the shot. There it goes. It's dead in the water. T2, not wrong, but Utashalas are coming online. PD here from the Seraphim variety. Going to be annihilated here. Laser cannons don't miss unless they're in a hill environment, which they currently are not. Multiple experimentals built at the same time here. Team 2's Fat Boy is done. Team 1's Awasaw Bomber is also done, and it's coming in. And it's taking all those units out. There it goes. Get 9 kills there. 13,000 mass killed. Great use of that bomber, kind of dealing with what was coming up. Artillery, says Luker. Nope, that is a air grid. Let's see. I love how Luker's color was... Oh, no, it's the same color. Sometimes, for some reason, the icons or the colors are different for some players. Well, usually the ones that are dead. I don't know why that happens. It just does. It could just be like a random glitch. What happens, but that bomber is out on its own. Not all the ASFs were sent to kill it off. Will it be enough? ASFs get in behind that bomber, and there it goes. Ooh, I wouldn't say a waste, but ouch, that's gotta hurt. All that, I think it's a time. It's just the amount of time it took to build that. Ouch, only killed off 13,000 mass. You get most of the mass back. It's on your side of the map, but still, that's gotta hurt. And the second one is coming online. And a decent amount of strap bombers have been built up here by Gutsy. Might be going for a snipe on somebody. I would have sniped anybody. It either would be Furfur or Wuka. Pepe's has built a lot of momentum here. And he's back here. He has shield and T2. I'm going to be surprised if he hits underneath the shield. He's going to build some satellites as the UEA player. Does make sense. New one. Yep, so Team 2 will notice that. And unfortunately, it's not, I don't know if that's going to work as much as Team 1 thought it will. We will have to see. 31 minutes on the clock. And And Team 1's firebase over here for Team... Or not Team... For Team 1's firebase here for Alex is just being annihilated by artillery. Ooh, just a bunch of these Gunther batteries. And now we have a nice little Megalith online dealing with those Ravagers. Going to kill us off very, very quickly. And allow Team 2 to move in without, I mean, any issue, honestly. Nice ball of Whalers being built up here by Wuka. It's only rivaled by the buildup of those Strat Bombers here for Team 1. Gutsy has, I think, 15? 16. He has 16 of them. Which, I mean, a decent amount. That's definitely a snipe or two at a minimum. But the ASF counts are, I mean, they should be favoring Gutsy for the time being. Let's see, 219. He's only Seraphim, so he had 219, 17 bombers now. Team 2's Wuka at 131, so the advantage is in Team 1's side of the map. Both of those monkeys are killed off in the northwest here by a bunch of those Perseus, and those Perseus now receiving fire from a Mega. So we'll see if the Perseus can get in range. I don't think so, because the Megalith does have decent range. It is being force back by the Fat Boy, but the ASF fight does commence, and Team 1 will win that pretty handedly. Whalers going after a Megalith. That's going to be taken out. But the main prize of the air dominance has been secured. Team 2 actually moving in to try to claim the wreck from Team 1. I mean, that's a decent amount of mass. Percy's jostling for a position. Engineers trying to scoop up what they can. But that FF we're getting a lot of value because it's just raining fire down constantly on those Othams that are moving into range. Missiles raining in here. Will they take on anything of value? No, because they're going after other targets, going after where the Megalith was. Corsairs are inbound, probably going after that Fat Boy. And the Megalith dies in the west. That's got to hurt. We do see those Corsairs are inbound. A couple of them are taken out. Nice amount of Cougars are there. The shield doesn't even fall, unfortunately, here for those Corsairs, so they will be done and dusted. And it does look like there's really not a lot of detachment of units down here for Team 1 to stop Team 2's advancement on that Awasa wreck. And it does look like no shields here, probably, says Team 1's Luker. I mean, there's one shield, but that's not a whole lot. It does look like the Awasa trying to go after that Fat Boy. And again, there's a lot of AA. Almost half the hit points are gone. Those Perseus storming that hillside. They want that wreck, and I don't blame them. That's 22,000 mass, 23,000 mass. And those Perseus have a nice line of shot for that base up there to the north. And Awasa over here to the west going after this line of units. Perseus just killed off another Mega, but all of them got taken out. Oh, man, it's just death. And it does look like the Awasa did get taken out by some AA and ASFs from Team 2, so that's a second bomber wreck on the ground. Another one being built here by Team 1. Team 1 could probably build... Oh, never mind. And they are building artillery as we speak. Never mind. I was like, they could funnel that into different projects, and they are. Team 2 looks like the Novax is almost done. Oh, bombers, where are they going? I heard them dropping, going after those Perseus, spreading out those bombs, doing a great job of using those distribution orders. T3 Mexes are going down. Facilities going down here for Gutsy. Perseus probably should go after that T3 Mex that's right there, but they aren't doing that. Bombers, oh, all those bombers going after one single target. You had nice distribution orders, and then you just didn't do that. They're going to go after probably the Fat Boy next. Cougars just sitting underneath that ASF ball, just taking out whatever they can. Now the ASF outbound here from Team 2's Wuka, trying to take out a couple of those bombers. And it does look like Percy will take out a T1 Mex and not the T3 Mex. Definitely missed opportunity there. Otham going to get maybe some value of taking out the AA right here, but taking two of them out. But nope. Oh, will the third? Nope. It will not die to friendly fire, but there are engineers on station. They'll scoop up that wreck very, very quickly here. That mass is being sucked up. And there will be one engineer going to be targeted directly, I'm assuming here. See what the orders are. Actually going to scoop up not the wreck that I thought it was going to scoop up, but it doesn't even matter because it's dead anyways. Two Fat Boys in the west here for Team 1. Unfortunately, they are coming up against a couple of Gunther batteries, but I mean, there is a decent amount of shielding, and it's being assisted as we speak by engineers, so it's going to be a little bit more firepower needed by Team 2 to break that. And in the northwest, we do see a Fat Boy escorting some bricks here for Rampur. He's gained that position once again. and FAF has to retreat in the face of those numbers. But Team 2 mounting a nice momentum shift here for their team, forcing on themselves on the southeastern side and going northward. Artillery fire actually raining in. I don't know if they were targeting the Awasa wreck in general, but maybe the Fat Boy, but still. The artillery has been built. We can't stop this greed. Is AFK. Looks like Bilbo Swaggins is AFK possibly. He's back in base, not doing anything. If you have to go AFK, I feel like you should hand over everything you own. And then if you do come back, say, hey, I'm back, and your teammates gift it over. But just going AFK, I mean, if it's a quick, like, oh, I just, clicked off screen, let me come back kind of thing, that's one thing. But going AFK for, let's say, more than 30 seconds at a max definitely needs to be kind of planned by, or to say, hey, there's stuff going on. But those bombers eradicate that Fat Boy. That Fat Boy is not going to live to tell the tale of that. But a lot of those bombers will receive some firepower from those Cougars. A lot of them are severely wounded. And there's a lot of spreading out of AA here for Team 2's Pepe's wanting to just shield against any sort of air attack. First satellite is online. Looks like they're going to go shield the... Well, shield, or assist the shielding. Pepe's going for T3. Probably to build more shielding as his engineers build his Duke. There's a nuke online here for Team 2's Wuka. That's half loaded already. And just more P-Gens. Colossus is going to be starting here for FAF. One of them already built. That defensive line has fallen here for Team 2 on this western side. Team 1 also has another bomber online, but there's a lot of missile fire. There's also a disruptor online here for Gutsy. Awasa coming in overhead, going to kill a ton of Percys once again. Man, those Awasas just hate those Percys in this game. Same here with these bombers, but man, I feel like the Awasa has more kills against the Percys, but that artillery piece is down. Will the the Pigeon cascade will occur, and T2 PD is going to be built. Oh, there is a nice little SMD. It will get taken out. So some of the space is open for business for the nuke. There's one back here. That'll be fine. The one over here will be fine. One over here is not loaded. Team 2 has an attack vector against Alex here. He looks like he might go for artillery here pretty shortly. And a laser over the top. Going to go for more of those P-Gens here for Team 1's Gutsy. Bomber going to land a nice replaced shot. They're going to tail. Not go for 1 star because it's just barely under. More AA raining in on that bomber. It's dropping almost into the red. But Team 1 has air on lock. Gutsy is at 235 now versus Ruka's probably like 50. Oh no, 75 is a little bit more. But Nuke is launching. Going for the back line. That's a missed opportunity. Want to kill off the artillery, but of course, you can't know that SMD's been loaded for a... I mean, you would assume, of course. But that's, everybody knows we're assuming against you. But Duke has now been finished off for Team 2. Nuke, of course, loading once again. Another Colossus is going to be spammed up here. I'm going to go after those Fat Boys. Is in range of one of them. There's a third Fat Boy online here for Alex. That nuke, of course, will not land. We can see it going to get shot down by this one. Yep, there goes that SMD. And it does look like more shields going to be built for that secondary air grid and tertiary. And, oh, man, there's a lot of air grids here for Team 1's Gutsy. He is just spamming those things out. I mean, I probably would go after some SMD assassinations more than going after the air grids at this point. Yeah, air is an issue here for Team 2, but an easy way to counter that is just build lines of SMDs. Not SMDs, SAMs / T3 point defense AA as well as mobile to kind of do a nice little mixture of both. Also needs to get some flak in here. I mean, T3 is good and all, but I mean, against obviously ASFs you want T3, but against slower moving targets like gunships and maybe even some bombers, especially when they fly in as a group and as a line, going for some flak, you can kind of get some AoE damage on that. Nice line of tickle cannons coming online to try to stop these Percys to get from getting by, but I mean, they're getting into the shields, they're getting back into the T3 mexes with those dual ringed mass fabs. Bomb comes in, does not kill off that Percy, needs one more shot, I think. And Awasa bomber over here to the west, going after that Colossus. Monkey Lord will die, most likely unless it retreats. But there's some Rambo comms, it looks like, being built by Team 2 as well. But that bomber will get killed off. Let's see. Will the ACEs get... Yep, there they will. And that Colossus will not be a victor in that Monkey Lord versus Colossus plus Megalith scenario. And those Fat Boys still being very oppressive there in the west. The teleporter is down for Bilbo. He's going for Telemazer. And there goes the laser. It started trying to put everything he has into it. And here's Strat Bombers constantly launching here over in the east. Just Strat Bomber City. 41 minutes on the clock. Artillery does break the shielding against Team 1's Gutsy. With the assistance, of course, of the laser. The sub-orbital, sub-atmosphere, whatever the heck it's called. Defense laser with air quotes. I don't call it a defense laser. I definitely call it an offensive laser. Because unless you tie it to a certain perimeter, that is definitely not a defense laser by any means, or defense satellite. But Team 1 has lost their artillery. Team 1 can build another one over here with this Duke, but they are building another one over here as well, attached to the air grid. It's already being targeted. Looks like the SMDs might be the ones getting some pain from the artillery. Nuke is launching, going after the comms position once again. The SMD is online. That will cover the comm, unless I don't think Team 1 will, or Team 2 edge that out. There's also an SMD here. That's loaded. SMD also there. Not loaded, but it's still there. Will the artillery hit some ASFs? Nope, it'll miss. Oh no, it'll kill a couple of ASFs with the spread. Look at that. And the shielding is down. Artillery will rain in. It'll do some damage to the P-Gens. 2 of them ticked significant hits in the west. This huge attack outbound here from Team 1, pressuring on that western side. That has been Team 1's pressure point. But the comm of Bilbo comes in, takes out the SMD. But there's more SMDs to take out. P-Gen will kill off a ton of that build power and the PD that were being spammed up. That is huge. That Bilbo will probably get out of range of that, unless the Strat Bombers come back to roost, which, if there are any, they probably are already given some orders to do that. But as Team 2 conquers the eastern side, Team 1 is conquering the western side. They do have some uphill battles with some anti-air presets for the player of Fur to build. Does he have some nice little experiments? Yes, he has a Colossus coming in to assist. There's also the Megalith to deal with. How is that calmed in with all those bombers? Will Bilbo get out of there? I don't know. There's constant buildup of bombers. Moving them there isn't going to do anything. You have to give attack orders. Percy's just raining in again. You got to get those lasers, those Utashalas online. The comm does get out of dodge. Where did he go? I don't know where. Honestly, I don't. Where did you go? Are you just hiding? I don't see you. Where are you? Where are you? In the water to cool off? No. Looks like Bilbo went after Alex, and I don't know if he did not get him, but at least he tried. It's now a 4v3 in favor of Team 2, and we have the western side just collapsing here for Team 2, and the eastern side collapsing here for Team 1. And it does look like the Colossus is able to wave off most of that incoming attack. ASF's now coming to just deal all of the blows to the bombers being built up. Of course, there's a lot of AA they're fighting over, so those ASFs are going to dwindle very quickly here. There is a Fat Boy online here for Pepe's. Team 2 still has the only operational artillery for now, with the Team 1 building their Duke, and of course their Hubbatham as well, which is almost done, to be fair. But they do have that, and the second one up here that's being rebuilt on the wreck of the old one. But I think I'll split it for the time being, just to see how it goes on. We'll have the eastern side for the eastern side of the screen, and the western side for the western side of the screen. We can see that those Fat Boys raining in, going after the SMD and the Fat Boy as well. Looks like everything was it's looking like Fervor gained control of that. Monkey Lord and Megalith still perfectly fine. It does look like Team 1 is doing a better job of defending. Team 2 isn't pressuring the advantage that they have. It's a lot of tickle cannons to burn through. Colossus is coming online. Got to target that Mega. You are 1300. This is fine. Nuke is launching once again from Team 2's Wuka. Where is it going? I don't know. If you can take out the SMD, then you go after Alex. This is going to be a point defense nuke. It might be a point defense nukeage. ASF's coming into airlock Team 2. Everything transferred over to Wuka. Here comes the nuke. Is it going to land? It is going to land right next to those Fat Boys, and there they go. Nice point defend nukage here by Wuka. That might, I don't know if that would have saved their side of the map entirely, but it did a huge amount of work. Looks like FAF transfers everything over to Wuka for some just extra eco. Looks like the Fat Boy are able to deal with the Megas. There's also a nice line of Percy's lining up. Wuka needs to get out of dodge, but he's going to kill off by those Percy's. Oh, bad place to stand there, my friend. And on the eastern side, those Fat Boys constantly coming in. SMDs are the main target. We have some Rascoms trying to build up some shields to protect them, but that's a lot of artillery fire to negate. And I think at this point, the attack in the west essentially petered out. FAF just going to walk up and say, hey, how's it going? Overcharge takes out none of those hit points, and then we'll control K on at least a little bit underneath the ASFs. And at 45 minutes on the clock, it is now a 3v2 in favor of Team 1. And the Colossus will come in and says, I don't know why FAF did that. He could have easily just retreated and called it good, but don't know what he was thinking there. Nuke is loading. The artillery piece and SMD are still fine here for Team 1's Alex. But there's 3 Fat Boys. They should be pushing up a little more. Chicken coming in. If the Chicken gets in close to at least 2 of the Fat Boys, this could be it here for Team 2's push. And I think I can end the split now. That there's really not a whole lot going on here on that western side. Huge amounts of territory gone here for Team 2. And Team 1's ASF are just airlocking this position. And let's see, there come the Fat Boys. Percy's trying to rein in and assist. Chicken does get killed, but they does lose 1 Fat Boy. Shields are down for the time being. Fat Boy again raining in on those SMDs. That's the one that's loaded. Shields are falling. There it goes. SMD is down. Second one over here almost loaded. And I think that's the only other one in range, but there's a Colossus. Not Colossus. There's a Fat Boy, a Chicken, a Megalith, and a Monkey. And if Team 2 can launch the nuke, which they won't, even if they launch it now, it won't be enough time. They need to take out that other SMD. The attack in the east just might be it here for Team 2. If they don't press the advantage, or at least get out of dodge, it might not work. But with, again, 4 experimentals raining down on 2 Fat Boys, it's not going to be enough. And the Megalith coming into range here pretty shortly. There it goes. The Megalith is now in range. First of those 2 Fat Boys are down. The Chicken is coming into range as well. Percy's everything trying to be thrown to shield that Fat Boy. Now we go in the southwest. Well, again, the nuke is coming on. The second artillery is online as well. What is that targeting? Looks like it's targeting the artillery back here in the southeast. This artillery piece is gone. The satellite's targeting the last remaining one that's being built here by Team 1. If they could target the SMD over here, that would clear the way. I think all of the other SMDs are down. This one over here, that's 2/3 the way done. Loading, artillery raining in around Gutsy Heart. Gutsy Heart has taken some damage. Shield emitters are falling. Artillery lands pretty close to him, but impacts the shields. Trying to build as much shielding as he can. Oh, takes out more engineering support, more build power. Oh, shot goes wide a little bit. There goes another shot down there. Here we go in the west. I mean, Team 1 not really having a lot of ASF left. This is where Team 2 could grab air control. And Team 1 in defensive mode over here in the east. But look at all the damage that's been wrought to the shields and everything else. It's just assisting shields constantly. T3, T2, just anything and everything. I feel like one well-placed nuke will kill everything else off. This one, SMD, is the only one that's loaded. Well, there's one right here. Where's their Mavers? Says Rampir to all. Team 2 not producing one. One shield protects Pepe and everything that he owns. Probably needs more. Not probably. Sir, you need more shielding. But with 4 or 5 Fat Boys for defense here on the southern side, Team 1 is not going to break through on that side, at least for the time being. They're not going to risk that much damage. Oh, kills off a T3 Mechs, and it's assisting T2 Mass Fabs. Always got to hurt. Does look like the satellite's trying to target these shields. over here to the northwest. Actually, it's mainly just the pigeons. If you notice, Gutsy, he doesn't have any power, so if he loses more, then that's not going to go well. Alex has 18,000, and Rampir has 0, so everyone's floating off Alex. If Gutsy loses these pigeons, that could be the shielding, and I think that's what Team 2's Pepe's is thinking. Oh, takes out a shield emitter, takes out a T3 air facility. A couple more artillery shells will land, taking out more pigeons. Of course, they're producing ASF all the time. That one gets taken out literally as it gets made. Oh, nice little shot here in the middle. We'll take out a pigeon, weaken a couple of the other ones. You can see, take a look at the... there goes the number, just constantly bouncing back and forth. Pigeons, of course, like I said, are the main target here for Team 2's Pepe's. And there goes that power, just going back and forth, back and forth. If Team 1 loses the shield capacity, meaning the pigeon, generation, the energy bar, there go the shielding. Looks like there is an attack here in the west with some, not cruisers, with some Corsairs moving in on this weakened Fat Boy. I mean, if they take out one Fat Boy, that's not a huge issue. There goes one of them. Could have spread the attack. Probably could have killed 2 of them, honestly. But more AA is being built constantly. There's lines of AA just not stopping. And there goes that air grid. And here goes the shields. How does Gutsy doing? He's still floating energy from his, still getting energy from his teammates. Rampir has no energy whatsoever. Looks like he's building teleporter. That's what I assume. Yeah, he has cloaking and laser. Interesting. Isn't going for that. That's very surprising. But the Omni will see him on board that laser. Yep. They'll see him and they can zoom in and go, oh, look, there he is. And the artillery here for Team 2 focused on, of course, the artillery building for Team 1's Alex. It's a little bit weaker in terms of the shielding, especially with that shot taking out some hit points on board that P-Gen. The Hubbatham has been constructed, and what is it targeting? I would assume targeting this. Why is it targeting this? You should be targeting this down here, where 2 of the artillery and the Novaxes are. But Team 1 just can't break through this southern edge, or southeastern edge, and with the line of Fat Boys over here, looks like one was diverted over here in this direction. Not SMD. Nuke is online. 1 loaded. It looks like the Duke has been stopped. Alex is the main target now that he has a bunch of P-Gens. And that is, if he falls in terms of the P-Gen generate, in terms of the energy generation, that is it for Team 1 for shielding. Team 1's players need to just constantly build power, and he's built the quad-ringed, T3 artillery, so he fires a lot quicker, but he needs to build more P-Gens. Just P-Gens everywhere for Gutsy. You see he's still floating and getting power from his teammates, but just needs to build more and more. He has a nuke about to come online. That'll be very nice for him. But obviously Team 2 notices that, so that is the thing. Building more shielding is not going to help your power consumption there, my friend. It's just going to make it worse, and you're going to have to turn shielding off and all that. Now we have artillery raining in on Rampir's base, taking out a couple of those P-Gens and those facilities. And, of course, he didn't really have power to begin with, so... a lot of power to begin with. He had some, but not a lot. And now...
Commander under attack.
Looks like he's receiving fire from the Novax. I don't know why he went for cloaking. It's not gonna, he has to walk it all the way to Team 2's side of the map, and that's not the smartest idea in this case. Artillery looks like it's now raining in to Pepe's position. He has a 3rd Duke online. And Pepe's, again, more shielding, my friend. One shielding to rule them all. That might be the title of the video. I mean, I get it. You want to be energy efficient. That's awesome. More shielding, please. You have a ton of power, I would assume. Oh, actually, no. You don't have as much as I thought. But you have 200,000 in the bar, so you have a ton of power to play with. So it's not like you don't have power. You definitely have power. You're just not spending it. Which is fine, because power is one thing you don't really spend. Or you do, but not the same as mass. Now with 3 Dukes raining in, they're going to target the last artillery once again here for Team 1. There is, of course, that Nuke, and he's loading that. SMD coverage should be pretty strong here for Team 2. There's one right here, going to be loaded on its 3rd here pretty shortly. The only SMD I can see. That is the only SMD for Team 2. And they are building Escalation as we speak, so that is the thing. Strat Bombers releasing payloads, going after Fat Boys. One more will do it, but there's a lot of AA they fly through, and there it goes. Last bomber is done and dusted. Artillery will take out a nice little parashield. That's always got to hurt. But, man, it's just... got it. Why? And all these engineers are probably just going to assist the shield immediately once it takes damage. Gutsy, of course, with 35,000 hit points to his name, combined with that shield, of course. And engineers assisting the shields as best they can, but those shields are falling very, very quickly. They just can't regen them fast enough, or, you know, assist them fast enough, I should say. The laser over top targeting the central shield, at least one of the two. I'd say this one would be more important, because it shields more things. But he's targeting the T3 one, because that's just a bigger radius. Oh, man. Let's see. Let's just split this here for right now. Let's see what's going on. The southeast. I'm trying to position it like here. There we go. We can see what's going on. Artillery here for Team 1. Gonna go after some pigeons, I guess. Over. Actually, no, it's going after the SMD. And Lorem Ipsum is just going to shield it up. That's definitely what he should be doing. And we see, I mean, that, a lot of shielding. He needs more assistance. He needs more engineers to just spam up shielding. There's a nice little T3 though. But that nuke I don't think is going to finish. And if it does, it'll probably only get one shot. But artillery actually raining in on the nuke. They can tell that that's what they're going for, is going for a nuke kill. But that artillery is not really gonna not gonna let that happen, and the lasers as well. Still, the attacks in the north have essentially stopped. I'll actually stop splitting it for now. They've kind of just hung out. There's a nice counterattack outbound with some Perseus and Titans going after some T1 spam facilities. Fat Boy opens up, building a bunch of parashields, as well as the Megalith and Monkey just hanging out. I mean, Team 1 has lost a lot of steam. Once they got stopped over here and took out half of Team 2's bases, it's just kind of been it. And the artillery, again, focusing on the nuke. Of course, Gutsy notices this. How's everybody's energy consumption? He's positive. He's positive. And Gutsy is still negative. And there goes the nuke. The nuke is killed off for Team 1. Now, again, the last thing they have in the tank is that T3 artillery. He's building more pigeons, which is good. Actually, that's a shield, excuse me. There's more pigeons here. Just shielding up everything over here. It's a lot of shielding. I do credit him that he's doing a lot of work to protect, but he needs the energy to keep it online. What good is shields if you can't power them? Now you can see the artillery refocusing on top of that artillery here for Team 1. One artillery. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Lorem Ipsum says there is a telemaser inbound. Gets pinged. And build kennel stations. That's not going to really work. And yeah, the teleportation play here from Team 1's Rampere will kill the SMD most likely. And the comm also most likely. But Rampere kills off the SMD. Going to target the comm. First he's open fire. Fat Boy as well. Lorem Ipsum should have moved. He got warning of it. Strat Bomber going to come in and kill him off. It's just a trade here. It's a 1v2 game now between Pepe's and Team 1's Gutsy and Alex. I mean, there's no SMD coverage, but now there's a new one that's been built, and it's not half, a quarter of the way loaded. But Team 1 doesn't have the SMD. Rampere probably saying something in Russian, something about what's going on. The nuke got killed off. The nuke is being rebuilt. And, yeah, that was... I mean, it would have been a perfect play had the nuke been ready. But Team 2 has their own nuke. One of them in the clip. Oh, no, that was the explosion. I was like, oh, what's going on with that? SMD is loaded, but that's the only SMD, and that is the only one that has one loaded. If Team 2 launches another nuke, this will not be that second nuke will not be stopped. Oh, the shields are falling around that artillery piece. 57 minutes on the clock. I think I mean, at this stage in the game, I don't think it's enough Maybe I could speed it up just a tiny bit. I'll speed up to 1. Artillery just raining in. Of course, Nuke, of course, is rebuilt, but it has to be reloaded. And the focus split a little bit between the Avatham and the Hastue. Oh, the Nuke, of course, didn't land. SMD. Oh, there's another SMD somewhere? Oh, there's one over here. Oh. Okay, well, he's fine in that position then. Now all the artillery going to focus on the Nuke, it looks like. Oh. Looks like there's a movement out here from the west here for Team 2, but there's 3 Fat Boys, so that should be fine. A Monkey Lord and a Megalith. The artillery now targeting soft targets, stuff that is not shielded. Actually going to go after the Scathus is being built for a while. Nuke, says Lorem Ipsum. Yes, the Nuke is online once again. Does Team 1 have the power? Let's see. He has 20,000 plus power. That's good. Looks like he's turning off some of his facilities or what else he's doing. Oh, now he's negative once again. He's trying to balance that power. If the shields fall offline, that's it. That's done and dusted. He has 50,000. Oh, it's going back up. Okay. Still has. He's trying to just balance it as best he can. Build more shielding. It's negative again. And he's just going back and forth. Oh, if that bar goes to 0, that's it. Nope, he's good now. He's still good. Trying to do the best he can. SMD took a hit, but it's fine for now. I think I'll actually speed it down to 0 because we might miss some stuff. Let's see. Oh, the shielding low. Oh, I saw it for a brief second. Did he fix it? He fixed it. Okay, it looked like he was going to lose it, but he's good. He's constantly raining in. Looks like the Fat Boy's trying to pressure Team 2, but there's still a lot of Fat Boys for Team 2 to use. They're getting in at a permanent monitoring station online. I mean, more shielding would probably be good. Second Nuke about to load. And, I mean, the shielding is holding strong for now. Multiple engineers focused on, of course, 1 shielding. I think 2 shielding. No, this looks like it's just the 1. Well, that shield almost came offline. Where's that secondary Novax? But Scathus is... Well, hold on. Hold on. Where is that Scathus fire coming from? Hold on. Where is that? There's one over there built over here. Oh, it's done. Okay, never mind. I thought it wasn't done yet. Scathus fire has commenced, meaning the Scathus is online. And this is going to be terrible for Gutsy's shielding. Nuke is launched. Where is it going? Going for point defense nukage. Let's see. It does actually get killed off by some strap bombers, I would assume. It does get launched. Where is it going? There's a Fat Boy over here that died. Let's see. Scathus fire still raining in. Oh, the shields are down. The emitters are going down. Most of them are down. The Nuke is almost loaded for Team 1. This could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. The SMD is online here for Team 2's Pepe. He's still hanging out underneath shield coverage. Scathus firing once again. Mega on GC, says Shalongdus. Oh, yeah, turn that around. Multiple Percys firing into that Mega. With the Percy fire, that might be enough. Let's see, how is the... I might have to split it once again. What I was doing over there. The shielding, it's still staying online, but it's falling offline as well. It's kind of, you know, back and forth. The widespread shield nature isn't really going well for Team 1, just due to the fact, of course, that Scathus is constantly raining in fire. Multiple shield emitters coming back online. Team 2 is collapsing on this western side. Not a lot of defensive measures in terms of direct fire, in terms of land targets, not necessarily air targets. They have a lot for air targets. That's if Team 2 takes out the Nuke and the Avatham. I don't know if that'll be enough. They need to spam up defenses very, very quickly, which I don't know if they're doing Ravagers or something. Let's move this in the middle to get a nice little view on what's going on with that. Scathus fire firing off once again. Oh, we're over the 1 hour mark. It's officially an epic. Multiple megaliths leading the way with Fat Boys supporting them. Tons of Team 1 spam in the form of Lobos, and 1 Monkey Lord gonna get that Scathus. That's the main target for that. Did receive some damage from that. Make a Mega and help yellow, says Ramper. Oh, don't know if it's going to be enough for Team 2 to break through. There's the land to worry about. Team 1 was so, strategized by, grabbing Team 2's attention for the artillery. Shield is down around the nuke, but it's back online, and the nuke is launching, and it's going after Pepe's position. There is an SMD. Got this ready, says Ramper. Yes, it is ready. The monkey will come in and take the Scathis out. There it... Oh. Legion. Doesn't look like it explodes. Looks like it got reclaimed. Drop bombers will come in, take out the Scathis. Oh, this is not great here for Team 2, but Team 1 loses the artillery, but also keeps the nuke. But I think that's a better victory here for Team 1 because their Team 2 Scathis is dead. Trying to spam up some Monkey Lords here. Need some more defenses. Need, PD. Need everything. Bring all the defenses from the east to the west. You saw this attack coming. ASF going to come in and take out the ASFs here for Team 2. White dot. Oh, yeah, the whole visual glitch. Gutsy takes some hit point damage from the P-Gen. SMD, I don't know why those would be targeted because Team 2 doesn't have another nuke launch, at least that I'm aware of. The SMD is the mission critical value here for Team 1. If they take that out and keep their nuke, that could be the game. But the monkey is built. Tons of Team 1 spam. And one of the megaliths is down. Second megalith is taking lots of fire. Ravagers being spammed up as quickly as they can be. Mega honing in on those T3 artillery. The shield is down. I repeat, the shield is down. The SMD is also down, but I mean, that's not the hugest issue. Central P-Gen has been targeted. The shield will fall. There it goes. Oh, they're targeting engineers, but the comm of Gutsy goes down. The megalith goes down. The artillery are still fine. It's now Alex versus Pepe's here at 1 hour and 4 minutes. Multiple FAF boys coming in. Close game, says Rampere. Yes, pinging Pepe's as commander. There is the Monkey Lord. Monkey Lord could still take out the artillery. Ravagers now turning to face those that big threat. Kill him with Spider, says Rampere. You gotta move it. Team 1's Alex, you gotta move that thing. Pepe's is still there, 35,000 hit points. It's constantly getting pinged by multiple players on Team 1. You gotta move it. At least take out the artillery at a minimum. Ravagers now opening up, targeting that monkey. Monkey coming in, gonna take out some P-Gens. Gonna take out at least one of the artilleries, 2 of the artilleries. Will he take out the third? Multiple Ravager lines. Just look at that line of... Oh yeah, there was no way. There was no way they were getting the Pepe's with that line of Ravagers that was there. They didn't even notice it. Fat Boy being pushed back at 1,000 hit points. Monkey smells blood in the water. And I think at this point I can split it back or send it back to normal view. The bunch of blue versus a bunch of orange. There goes the laser. Kills off that Monkey Lord. One more to deal with. And man, that was a very close game here between these two players. Artillery, again, now the Duke still trying to be built by Alex. Team 2 has that. Oh, they're maybe building a nuke. I don't know. It looked like it for a second. Build the central shield. Build the central shield. And look at that. That was... Oh, there it goes. 2 artillery down. Still have 1, though. It's better than nothing. Team 1 has the air facilities. Team 1 has a nuke. The SMD, like I said, is down. If the nuke comes in, that's game. And Team 2 definitely knows the nuke exists. That should be the heavy focus here for Team 1. He doesn't really have a lot of power facility, P-Gens, so that's, I mean, even if he built a shield, it's not going to do much. Gutsy says there's a nuke, load it. I mean, this could be it. This could be the win here for Team 1 if they launch that nuke. Pepe says no SMD. You lost it due to the megalith. And now it's just a bunch of Monkey Lords trying to deal with Team 1 spam. Don't see any additional SMDs anywhere. Definitely a lack of coverage in that regard. Fat Boy on the eastern side. I'd get some random comm factory, says Shalongdis. Nice little Team 1 artillery get it's possible, but you're in for at least another half-hour game, and I'm not in for that. So bye. Essentially says Lorem Ipsum. Some random comm factories here, says Shalongdis. Megalith there. Not Megalith, FAF Warrior in the east. There's no SMD. I don't know if he noticed or not, but that nuke will be it. Let's see. There it is. The nuke is loaded. Launch it immediately there. The longer Alex waits, the more chance that gives Team 2's Pepe's to build his SMD. Unless I'm just missing the SMD on this side of the map. Look at all that assistance there. Go. Oh. Is it going to launch? I'm going to sit here and wait for it to launch. Come on, don't make me sit here for 10 minutes. Come on. There it goes. There it goes. The nuke has been launched. And with that, the game has been secured for Team 1. If it goes where I think it's going to go, which it is, going to take out the remaining artillery, the comm, the Novaxes, and that will be game. Here comes that nuke and all of its blue glory. Oh, I should have tracked it. That's what I should have. I should have just hit track and watched it land. There's no additional SMD coverage. Definitely an oversight here for Team 2. I mean, put one here, put one over here, put one somewhere, but there it goes. I'll turn off all the things. And of course, as I haven't said it all game, kaboom! Takes out the comm, takes out everything, and Epic, says Luker, and that is the game. 1 hour, 7 minutes, 52 seconds on the clock. This was a hard-fought battle between... No! Says so long to the observers. No! That was the game. Team 1 is the victor by 1 nuke. I think Team 2 Pepe's focused a little bit too much on that artillery, which I don't blame him because it was doing stuff. But I think the downside most definitely was the attack in the west. I mean, it took out 2 of the artillery pieces plus the SMD. Team 2 recovered from it. They were able to force it back, but I mean, Team 1 was going to be outproducing them for a while, 1.4K versus 400. And if there was just one more SMD with 1 nuke loaded and 1 SMD, 1 anti-nuke loaded, there we go. That would have been it. Who do I? Oh, I don't know. I think in this game I'll give MVPs for both teams, just because it was such a good game. I think Team 2, I'll give it to Pepe's. 3 artillery, 2 Novaxes, just punishing Team 1, taking out tons of power, taking out the comm of Gutsy, taking out multiple artillery pieces, just doing a lot of work here for Team 2. And for Team 1, I don't know, it's kind of tough. I mean, obviously Alex was the last man standing, so he has a claim for that. Nano Q, no, he didn't. Luker. I think Rampier did a very good job pushing back on this western side. I get why he, telemazored in, killed off the SMD, but the nuke was dead by then, so no. Had the nuke been alive and had that been the only SMD active, which it was at the time, then yes, that would have been the game-winning move here for Team 1, and I would have given it to Rampier, but because the nuke wasn't active at the time, then no. I think Gutsy does deserve MVP for his team, just constantly focusing Team 2's attention. Could have gone after literally everything else on the board, but went after the artillery and the nuke. Killed each of them at least once, but the nuke came back, and that was it. So again, let me know down in the comments what you felt about the game. Of course, if you haven't done so already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell when I do post. And again, thank you so much for watching. Share this video with your friends, family, and pets, and I will see all of you in the next one.